All right, this is a serious stuff. It's not comedy. It's the Pepe Le Pieux talking on a throne, political. I just want to point out something. I'm just, again, when I talk political on that channels, I will not try to designate one side or the others. Okay? For me, regardless, what I'm going to say is, if other party does that, I think it's wrong. So, which remind me, whoever justified January 6, 2021, when some people tried to overturn the elections because they thought it was stolen and didn't respect our constitutions, our rule of law, you cannot call yourself patriot or faithful. For the vet out there, you know you do the oath to the constitutions. And this, what happened in January 6th, is really unconstitutional. Then you compare what happened on January 6th with people like Antifa or Black Lives Matters. It's not the same things. Those people go down the street because there is a problems with people who are not my skin colors. They don't have the same adventures than I. I'm not scared when I'm driving and stopped by the police that I'm gonna get shot. I'm not scared to walk into a store and thinking people I'm gonna steal something. I don't have to watch my back because I think people's watching my back because I'm doing something wrong or not. So then you go back and then you try to make them terrorists and all this. Yes, unfortunately, for you have like those protestations for violence, they are supposed to be peaceful protestants. Unfortunately, there is always a bunch of people that will take the advantage, mostly in the evening time, to looters, to riot, to break stuff. It happened to every protest. It even happened when somebody won a football game or a baseball game. For some reason, somebody feel the need to put a car on fire, you know? So don't condemn the protests because a few of nuts jobs that doing stuff bad, like putting the thing on fire, stealing and all that. Please don't stop doing this. And then also if you have a riot, we have a peaceful process, the police have to act the same way when there is a protest for mask and we run to the Capitol, or a protest down the street for violence against people who are not my skin colors. If you talk about cancel culture, you know what the best cancel culture we should apply? We should apply cancel racisms. I can only mention. I can't even imagine how to be. Actually, no, I can. I've been to different countries who actually was the minority. But even then, even when I was the minorities, I could still feel that people will still treat me better than the way we treat our brothers and sisters in this country. And if you want to talk about to become united because the United States, we really have to cancel racism and stop it and try to understand and be compassionate. Which means for the people who are faithful, stop being violent. You preach the peace, but your actions show violence. I'm from a place, or I'm from a belief that action speak louder than words. So yes, I can go on Facebook and type my opinions, on Twitter, say some of my opinions. I can talk to people to death about my opinions or my way of thinking. But if we want to change, we all have to be together and we all have to act together. That's why I don't want to try to blame one side and others, because it can go both ways, you know. But I'm against narcissisms, dictatorships. If you have faith, we shouldn't put any politician on the pedestal. They are not God. They're there to serve us. We elect them. We vote them in because we're supposed to lack their plan for our future. Which remind me, if you do vote for any elections, don't look if that party is red, blue, purple, or green, whatever it is. Take the individual and look at his plan. Look at what he's proposing. And if you think he match what you like, if you like what he's proposing, vote for that person, regardless the party is. I live in this country even with my accent, I live in this country for almost 40 years. I vote both sides. Sometimes I wish there is more party than two, because obviously the independent party is very weak. There is no money there, which actually that's why I also want to take money out of politics. Putting money out of politics, maybe we will have politicians that will lie a little less and actually work for us, you know. So, like I said, we need to be united. We should not venerate false god or false politician like they were like the king. We can't do that in either side of the spectrums. That's not what democracy is, or the republic is. We have a constitution. Let's try to, instead to mention the constitutions, actually read the constitution and then act upon. The same thing for the religious peoples. Sometimes your actions show different of what your books say. So whatever religions you are, use your book of faith, read it, and look at what you do and see if it goes with what your beliefs are. If they're not, that means you need to revisit yourself, and you need to erase that violence, because that's why we divided. We wanted to be somebody, we want to have the last words, but it doesn't go anywhere. We just keep fighting and fighting and fighting for no reason. And sometimes I'm sure some people don't even know why they fight. And then you have the conspiracy theory coming, creeping behind you, and you end up by believing anythings or nothings. So please, go back to the basics of human decency. If you're a religious person, go back to your book and don't only choose the passage that fit your need. The same thing for the constitutions. If you're not sure of what that country offers, read the constitutions. And again, the constitutions is a guide. The guide can be changed. That's what the amendments are for. You know, we vote to make a better place. But if you really want to cancel anything, let's try to cancel racisms and work together as a team. Because divisions never work. You only create ignorance and hate. Well, obviously I'm not running. I know I did a Politic another politic like I'm going to run. I mean, I'm not running. I don't have any money. How can I run? But anyway, I'm not running for any office and all this. It's just my way of my word of wisdoms, where I'm standing, you know. That's why I don't want to condemn any parties or anything, because you look in the histories of this country, sometimes the other party was as bad as the party that's bad today, you know. But stop the lie. Have decent values. That's not much to ask. I know you can. You all can do it. You know, you can. I know some people just do something because they want to shock people, because they want to be somebody. They want to think they matter. Well, why don't you try to, instead to show, or tell what to shock people, for people interested on you, why don't you actually support a cause, support someone, act upon unities of your belief. And if when you actually have something, if you have any kind of doubt, when somebody says something, always doubt them a little bit. Do some little research on both sides to see what it is, and try to combine it together and see what makes sense. Instead just to believe a TV host, or the TV, the media. It's not like they've always fake news. The media is mostly, they have the news, they have the facts, and then they want you to watch the program, so they might kind of twist it a little bit to truth, which is not especially good. I wish sometimes we just have a news, they tell it what it is, the way it is, instead to shock people. But unfortunately, that's our fault. Do you know why the news is like this now? Because they lose viewers. When they just sit down and tell you the truth, the facts, the way they are, we stop watching them. We stop reading the newspapers, because we're looking for that thing that shocks us, that outrages us, or make you feel bad or good. So if you don't want a fake news of any kind, you need to watch them and call them out about it. You need to tell them, I just want the news. I don't want an opinion. There is some YouTube out there that might be interesting. Some people who kind of tell the way it is. Sometimes I put this on my Facebook, the one I believe they are more bipartisan instead to be just biased on one place. Now, obviously, I believe they're more on one side than the others, but at least they're more open to listen the other side. And that is the problems. So again, I know I'm baffling, I'm blabbling, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, what I'm trying to say, if you want to be united, listen to constitutions. And don't forget, constitution can be changed. That's called amendment. If you're faithful, read whatever book you believe in and see if you act upon what the book said. And don't choose exercise constitutional for the religious book. Don't pick and choose the paragraph that fit your need or make you feel good. That's not the way we evaluate it. Like I said, the only thing that we need to cancel is violence and racism. There is no reason why somebody have to die because they're not the same than I am. There is no reason why somebody have to die because it doesn't believe in the same religions that I am. We tried this long time ago for the religious people. It's called a crusade. Just let you know. Peace. If you like what I say, again, like, subscribe, and support my channels. Thank you.